this is Silver Stories. So today I'm with Connie.
My name is Connie Elizabeth Carroll. Where I was born on January the 27th, 1948.
Okay.
That was at the end of the war. Yeah.
Very
And
nice.
What else would you like? I've had a lot of jobs in my life. I was a children's librarian. I worked for Recovery Resources. I worked with developmentally disabled adults, emotionally disturbed teenage girls. There's another one. Oh, I worked for the Sisters of Charity of the Blessed Virgin Mary, which was the best job I ever had. I'll think of something else. There were other jobs I had. Sometimes I sold pig hap one time.
Okay.
Which is a livestock feed supplement, because I have a degree in agriculture.
Okay.
My degree is in actually plant and soil science. I'm like a horticulturist.
Wow.
And I lived in Boston for a while, and I worked for the Boston, down by the ocean.
Okay.
And I was in disbursements, which that's what I do.
Okay.
Still now. I'm not a saver. And then I lived in Portland, Oregon for a while, and I didn't work that summer. It was just a summer thing.
Sure.
And then I lived in Juan Serabia in Mexico for a while, and lived in Waco, Texas for a while, and then I just went in to Mexico. But I only had a visa. I didn't have a passport, so I couldn't go into Belize and teach English.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway.
Where was your favorite place to live?
My favorite place to live is in my hometown.
Okay.
Quincy, Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like 40,000 or 42,000 now. So it's a small town. Beautiful. They have beautiful, in the spring, every corner has something blooming. It's so pretty, and we have a lot of big old homes. And I love living there. My mother was a single parent. Her first husband was killed in the war in Palestine, Romania. He had the Purple Heart and oak leaf clusters. Out of that marriage came a half-sister.
Okay.
And then my mother bought the house right across the alley from a store, a grocery store, because my father was a butcher, and he and his brother had like 3 stores. They got divorced before I was even a year old. I was born in St. Louis because he was managing a supermarket.
Sure.
So anyway, but she was a registered nurse. She worked for 50 years. She loved her job. She bought 3 homes on her own, just like Susie Orman tells you to put the money in envelopes. That's what she did with all her money, put them in envelopes. That's why she was able to do that.
Wow.
Yeah, so she was a good mom. Died from bladder cancer.
Okay.
So I quit my job at the convent and went home to take care of her because I did not want her to live in a nursing home.
Sure.
Yeah.
I understand.
So, yeah.
You sound like you're a very strong woman, and it sounds like you came from a very strong woman, so.
Yes, I did, yeah.
Wow.
My grandmother was a farmer. I don't know about the Carrolls. I know very little about them.
Okay.
Because I only saw my father 3 times
Sure.
in my life.
What was it like when you were growing up in school? Did you stay in one place for school? Did you like school?
Oh yeah, we stayed in one place.
Okay.
We had, and I went to one of the good grade schools because we lived in a nice area. And then I had friends that I made in grade school, and then I kept them when I was in junior high and high school. We were like a little clique.
Sure.
But I was popular. I was the president of Medical Careers Club, president of Future Teachers. I was in a Latin club and Russian club, so I was an officer in both of those. And I was a secretary of student council.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. I think that helped me get into college,
What college did you go to?
Well, at first I went to Quincy University in my hometown.
Sure.
For 2 years. Then I dropped out for 5 years to become a hippie. And then and I returned when I was 23.
Okay.
And I went to Southern Illinois University.
Okay, sure.
And that's where I met the love of my life, who I did not marry.
So did you ever travel anywhere? Or, I mean, like, you know, like for vacations or anything? Or was it mostly just like where you started to live?
Yeah,
Places?
my mother, when we had a vacation, like in the summer,
Sure.
we would go to my grandparents' house. They had a farm.
Okay.
And, well, it's Shelbina, Missouri, but nobody knows where that is. So
Okay.
it's like northeastern Missouri. And
Okay.
we could set off fireworks there because they were legal.
Sure.
Yeah, and so it was nice to be there, you know.
Yeah.
We took a bath in a tub on Saturday night so we could go to church on Sunday. My grandmother would heat the water, you know, on the stove. And she had two stoves. One took wood and the other one was electric, I think. So it was an experience, but I would complain all the time to how come we can't go to Florida? How come we can't go to California? But I'm glad that we went up there.
Yeah.
That was I got to see two calves, twins, born.
Wow.
Because I started to walk away, and my grandfather said, "Connie, come back," and he pulled out another one.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
amazing.
It is amazing, you know. Amazing.
That's amazing.
Uh-huh.
So are you more of a farm girl than a city girl?
Yeah, probably.
All
Probably.
right.
Yeah, because city girls are afraid of bugs. Oh, oh. And I'm like, I'm not afraid of bugs because you just stay still and they're
Yeah.
just checking you out.
Yeah.
You're in their territory probably.
Exactly.
And they're going to leave.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So, but I've been in Chicago since 1992
Okay.
because I got sick and my aunt lived in Lake Bluff. So she arranged for me to come up here and go to the hospital.
So what hobbies and activities do you like to do now?
Now I'm limited,
Sure.
but I like to ride the bike here. I like bingo. I like doing crossword, word search.
Okay, yeah.
Word search, yeah. I like to
Yeah.
do that very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I like to dress, you know.
Well, of course. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
always fashionable. Everybody
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, and the hats too. I mean, they're just so beautiful.
Thank you, hon. Yeah. I've always been like that. Well, not when I was a hippie. I wasn't like this. No. But, no, you know,
I love it.
thank you, hon. Thank you.
So what advice would you like to give everyone in the world?
Oh, my God. When an opportunity comes up, just take it, whether it's traveling or a job or whatever. You know, just be open to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk yourself out of anything. You can do whatever you want. That's the message that they always give little kids. You can be president, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Who would want it? But, yeah, that's what I would say.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me.
Oh, thank you, man. This is so fun. Yeah.